So today is Wednesday, August 7th, and our air conditioning is broken for the 5th or 6th time this summer. And this is how hot it is. 83 degrees. But anyway, I guess this is an update on this whole pregnancy thing. I am about 5 weeks and 6 days today. I had my first I had my first actual appointment today, and it was really quick. I thought it was supposed to be an actual long appointment. At least that's what they said at the clinic I went to up in Minnesota. Before I came back home, she said it's supposed to be an hour-long appointment, and it's where you'll get a lot of information. But the place I went to down here, it only took a half hour, and we didn't do all they did was I had a checkup for my pap smear, and which literally took 30 seconds or a minute, all done. And then they took some of my blood from me to determine exactly how far along I am by measuring that HCG hormone level thingy. But I don't remember if I mentioned in my last, why am I yawning? Last time I filmed something. But my estimated delivery due date is 4/4/14. But yeah, that's all I did today was just the pap smear, and they took some of my blood. And for the blood test, I should find out tomorrow by after 12 o'clock afternoon what the results of that is, and they'll call me. And then for the pap smear, she said it'll be a week to a week and a half to find out that. And also when I got in there, I had to pee in a cup, which I'm not sure why, but so I already did that. And yeah, I'm at my doctor. She seems really nice. I knew that I wanted a female gynecologist, just because, I don't know, I thought it'd be easier. And she was the only one within a 5-mile radius that takes my insurance. So I like her. She's really tiny. She's a tiny little person. But she's really nice. And what else? Oh, so next week I guess I have to go. They'll do an ultrasound next week and also take more blood. Today they only took a small tube of it, and then she said next week when they take my blood, there'll be 12 of those little tubes worth of blood. Ugh. Just gross. But she told me to drink a lot of water that day and to have a good breakfast beforehand. So, and I guess the ultrasound will also help in determining how far along I am and the actual due date. And she said usually the due date that we already have is probably the actual estimated due date. But yeah, apparently 5 or 6 weeks you can already do an ultrasound and see something in there. So that's kind of crazy. So today's Wednesday, so Friday when I get my schedule for next week, I'll schedule an appointment for next week on a day off, because I think it'd be a lot easier that way. So it'll probably be Monday or Friday. I don't know why I'm yawning so much, but it is so hot in here. What else? Oh, and at the doctor, she gave me this thing, which I will look through, food safety for pregnant women. It seems like it's a nice little, whatever you call that, so I'll read through that. And yeah, I had Wendy's. Their chili is pretty good. I wish there was cheese on it though. I can't remember if I mentioned, I probably did mention that I got this the day I found out I was pregnant. And I also got this other book, What to Expect eating well when you're expecting. And then my mom, she bought me this magazine, and she's like, let me know if you like it, and I'll pay for the subscription for you for a year. So, still looking through this, but I think it's something I'll like, because I need to make sure that I stay in shape during this thing. Because that's one thing, is I'm afraid of gaining too much weight, because I've been trying to lose a little weight, so it's gonna be tough to see that scale go up. And also, after my appointment, on my way driving back home, it was like a 15-minute drive away, but I was thinking, am I ready for this? And I had Andrew, my husband, he came with me to this appointment because he didn't get to go to that appointment I made to when I peed in the cup when I was up in Minnesota. So he came with me to this one, and I don't know. When I told him today's Wednesday, I got back last Friday. When I told him at the airport, he was in such a hurry to leave the airport because he was driving his work van, and I'm not supposed to be in it. But I told him right when I saw him, and I hugged him. I said, "You're gonna be a daddy," and he's like, "What?" And then we were like hurrying to get into the van. And I thought it was like the weirdest reaction, and I could tell he was just super distracted and stressed out from work that day, and so I just try not to bring it up again until later. But he just keeps saying how he can't believe that I'm pregnant, because I guess he thought it would take like a year or something till I got pregnant. So I don't know. I mean, it's just hard to tell. He says he's happy and everything, but I don't know if he's just like super stressed out about it or what. I just found out yesterday that I'm gonna start working full-time at my job. And like, money is not an issue right now, but I know Andrew, he's worried about it. And now we have to find a 2-bedroom apartment. And I'm thinking that we should just look at the apartments around here, because we're in an apartment community and there's a bunch of different kinds of apartments around here. So we can go out and look at all the other 2-bedrooms with the different like sections of this little place. And just, I don't know, kind of pick one that we like. But we're in a year lease until next year, May. And I don't know, we'll just have to figure it out. What else? Oh yeah, on my way driving back home, I just kept thinking, am I ready for this? Do I want to be pregnant right now? I don't know if it's normal to have like second guesses about yourself when you first find out, but up until now I didn't ever think about that. Like, do I really want this? Am I ready? Kind of questions.